Okay, let's discuss the question from 2023 oral paper. Amal is at a point A of a field to the north of Bimal. Now, Amal is here. He is in the north direction of Bimal. Okay, that's why they are, now we can see as they are on a vertical plane. Okay, but this is the horizontal plane. Now, let's read the rest. A statue S is located in this field. The bearing of S, now S, the point is given, it is here, and the bearing of S from what? This is the most important thing here. Okay, so we have to check the bearing from where? From the bearing of S from A is 144. Okay, from A. So I told you if the bearing is given with respect to another place, we have to consider this given magnitude of the angle starting from the north direction of that respected location. So we have to take the north of A. Okay. Moreover, ABS is 54 degrees in the figure. The distance between Amal and the statue. The distance between Amal and the statue is 80.9 meters. Now, the first question is to copy the figure in your answer script and include the given information in it. Okay, so now when we are copying this structure, the given sketch diagram, we have to draw only these black color things. Okay, those are the given things in this question. The rest, I have marked with red color. Those are the things that I have included later. Now, first when you're drawing, we can just draw this sketch, only this sketch with black color lines. Okay. Then the question was to mark the given data, include the given data in the sketch. Now, what was the first thing in there? Okay, here. Now, when you're reading this question, Putir, like I have highlighted the important things, you can just underline when you're reading the question. Then no need to read the question again and again to get the given information. Okay, now we have to add these information, the highlighted things in our sketch diagram. So, what is the bearing of S from A? That is 144. So, from A, so I have to mark, first I have to mark the north direction of A, then we have to get the clockwise angle from the north direction to the line that is joining AS. Okay, now since we are taking the bearing of S from A, we have to get the magnitude from north direction to the line join these 2 points. Okay, so that is 144 degrees. Then we have to mark this one. ABS is 54. ABS, A, B, S. So this angle 54. And the last thing is Amal and the statue, the distance between those two is 80.9. So AS, this distance is 80. So those are the things we have to mark in the question under the Roman number 1. Then Roman number 2. Give reasons why the triangle ABS can be. ABS means this triangle. Okay. ABS can be used to find the distance between Amal and Bimal using trigonometric ratios. Now we have to show that why we can use this ABS triangle to find those things using sine cos tan ratios. Okay, trigonometric ratios means Pute, sine cos tan ratios. Now, how can we use that one in this triangle? Can we use it? They're asking why. So we have to show that, what is it? I told you, if we have to use sine cos tan in a triangle, that should be a right angle triangle, right? So if this is a right angle triangle, yes, we can use those ratios in this triangle. Okay. So to show this is a right angle triangle, now in this one, in my figure, you can see already I have marked this 90. But according to your figure, until we finish this second question, this 90 should not be there. Okay. Now I have already drawn all the things in this one. After I finish the question, all the things are here. But until now, in your answer sheet, this 90 is not there. We have to show this is 90. How? Now this is 40, 54 it is given, right? And here using this 144, can't we find this angle? This one? Yes, why? Around this point A on this straight line, this total is 180. So if you reduce 108, 144 from 180, you will obtain this one. SAB equal 180 minus this one equals 36. So here I have taken it as 36. Okay. If this is 36, then what is it? This one we know, this one we know, and we can find this one, right? So therefore, ASP equals 180 minus the sum of these two, that is 90. Then 180 minus 90 is 90. So we can see in this triangle, one of the angles is a right angle. So if there's a right angle, this is a right angle triangle. Therefore, we can use those ratios in this triangle ABS. Okay, that is what you had write in under the Roman number 2. Okay, then what is the next question? Next we have the third question. Using trigonometric ratios, show that the distance between Amal and Bimal is 100 meters. The distance between Amal and Bimal is 100 meters. So between Amal and Bimal means from point A to B. So here also same. After I got that answer, then only I mark this 100. Until now, in your answer script, this 100 can't be there. Okay. And now let's see how can we show this distance is 100. Now I told you if you are going to use a right angle triangle and the trigonometric ratios, you should know two sides and the magnitude of an angle. Okay, now already we have one angle, right? We can't use this one. We should have selected one of these two. So this is 54. Let's use that one. Then this AB is the hypotenuse, right? Now we are going to find the length of the hypotenuse, and this is the opposite side, right? Opposite side and hypotenuse is there. We have to find the length of hypotenuse and the opposite side is given. Then what is the ratio? Opposite hypotenuse means we have to use sine, right? Then under this Roman number 3 question, we can use sine, then the magnitude. The selected angles is 54. So we can write it as sine 54 equal. The opposite side is 80.9 divided by the hypotenuse is AB. We have to use it as AB. Okay, so we have to take sine 54 degrees and 0 minutes means we have to take this value. So that is, now you can see always there are dots in front of the numbers and here it start from 0 here. That means these all values start from 0 point. So this is 0 0.8090. So here we will use that value as a sine 54, that is equal to this one, and from here now we are going to find AB. So if you are going to find AB, we can take this AB into this side as a multiplication. At the same time, we can take this one as the denominator of this fraction. This AB will go here and this number will come down. Okay. Now we have to divide AB equal this one divided by this one. You can see whether this is a big decimal value. See the digits in these two. The digits are same, right? 80, then 9 is there. So if we can remove these decimals, put the same number is in the denominator and the numerator, right? So denominator we can simplify easily if we remove the decimals. So how many decimals are here? 4 decimals. To remove 4 decimals, we can just multiply it by 10,000 since there are 4 zeros. Okay, then if you multiply the denominator by 10,000, numerator also we had to do the same thing. Then if you multiply this one by 10,000, it will become this one, 809,000 divided by 8,090. Okay, we will shift this one once and another 3 zeros we have to add. So that is why I got this one. Okay, now you can see here 8,090, one of 8,090s, and here 8,090, here one and another 2 zeros. So the answer is AB equals 100 meters. Okay, so that is how we obtained the value of AB, and the question was given to show it as 100 meters. Yes, we got 100 meters. After you find this one, you can add that detail in your picture, in your sketch. Okay. Okay, then what is the fourth question? A flagpole is located at point F. Point F is not here, so we have to find where is it. Okay, point F, 30 meters to the west of Bimal. So Bimal is here. So if this is the north of Bimal, this is the west of Bimal. That means in between north and west, it is 90 degrees. Okay, west of Bimal and 30 meters. So we can just keep a point there and join F and B points. Then mark this distance as 30 meters. Then include this information in the figure you drew and find the magnitude of AFP. AFP means we have to find this angle. Okay, now let's think of that one again. What do we need to know is that if you're going to find the magnitude of an angle, you need two side lengths of that corresponding triangle. Now, this is the triangle, and according to this one, we know this side, that is the opposite side of the triangle, and this is the adjacent side, right? Corresponding to the angle they have mentioned. This is the opposite, and this is the adjacent. So, opposite and adjacent means we have to get the ratio 10, right? So, we can write it as this is AFB, angle AFB. So we can write tan AFB equal, the opposite is 100, adjacent is 30. Okay, so 100 divided by 30 is, we can cut these two zeros, end in 0. Then we have to divide 10 by 3. So this is the answer I got. And here you can see, this is continuing with 3333. In timetable, put a 3 point. After that, there are only 3 digits. So I use only 3 of 3. Okay. Then tan, this one equals to this value. Then as I told you earlier, we need AFB, the magnitude of the angle in degrees and minutes. So we had to take the tan inverse here. Then tan inverse is, this is the answer of that corresponding tan value, tan inverse value. Okay. So if you check with the tan inverse table here, so the value was 3.333. Now I'll show you. In tan table put you can see 0, 0, and here 1 point, and here 2 point, 3 point, 4 point. So in tan table, when you're checking tan table, you have to be careful of the whole number. In sin and cos, always it's 0 point, but tan table, it can be vary. Okay. How can we find the tan inverse 3.333? We have to check it with tan natural tangents, and here we have to check it 3.305 is here, 3.340. We can't take this one, so we have to take with this value. So we needed 3.33 and 3, but we got here 3.305. Okay, so then as we did it in the first question, we had to get the difference. So here it is 8 and 2, then 0, 0. So 28 is the difference. So from here we can find 28. So 73 degrees and 18 minutes. Okay, so that is how we will find tan inverse. Now that's it. See, if you know those basic things in this question, you can get the full marks of this question, 10 out of 10. Let's start the question from 2022 Oral paper. Now, Chamar and Amal are standing on a level ground on opposite sides of a vertical tree KT. Now, KT denotes a tree, and here C means Chamar is there, and here A means Amal is there. Okay, Amal is 30 meters away from the tree, and Chamar is flying a kite. Okay, then the kite suddenly gets entangled at the top of the tree, such that the string is taut. The string is 40 meters. The string is 40 meters long. At that moment, Charmer sees the kite with an angle of see, Charmer sees the kite at an angle of elevation of 44 degrees and 50 minutes. Disregarding the heights of Charmer and Amar. Now, why did they give us this one? Now they are on the ground, right? But when we are taking these measurements today, we are just neglecting the height of Chamar and Namar. Not only Chamar and Namar. Now, in previous cases also, if there's something comparable with a much higher thing and a small height, we have to neglect the height of the small. As an example, the height of a person, and that person is on a building, we will take the total height as the height of the building by neglecting the height of the person. Okay. Okay. So the first question. Copy the given figure onto your answer script and include the above information in it. Now this is the given figure. So after you copy down that one in your answer script under the corresponding question number, you have to include this data. Amal is 30 meters away from the tree. That means TA, this distance, you have to mark it as 30 meters. Then the string is 40 meters long. Now what is the string? Charmer is here. Charmer is the one who's flying the kite. And now kite is entangled on the top of the tree K. So the line that join these 2 points, we have to mark it as 40 meters. Okay. And here's something else. Charmer sees the kite. Charmer is looking at the kite. Okay. Sees the kite with an angle of elevation. I told you when we are looking at something above our eye level, we have to take it as the angle of elevation. Now this is the eye level of Charmer. Okay, ground level is the eye level of Chamara when we are disregarding the height of Chamara. Okay, so starting from the ground level, what is the magnitude of that angle? This is what we have to mark as the angle of elevation, that is 44 degrees and 50 minutes. So those are the things we have to mark in the first question. Then what is the second? Use trigonometric ratios in the following computations. First one, find the height kt of the tree. Now we have to find this height. Okay, so let's see. Using this, when we are taking this large triangle, that is not a right angle triangle. So if you're going to find the distances using sine cosine, we need right angle triangle. So since this is a vertical tree, here it should be 90, right? So if this is 90, this side also 90, right? So using this triangle, now you can see we are going to find this side, and this side is given. Two sides are there, and the magnitude of an angle is given. So according to this angle, what is this side? This is the opposite side. And what is this one? This is the hypotenuse. Opposite and hypotenuse means we have to use sine. Okay, so Roman number 2, sine, the magnitude is 4450. Sine 4450 equal the opposite. We have to use it as kt. We don't know the value, so we have to use a kt. Kt divided by the hypotenuse is 40. So we have to find the sine value of this one. Then that is, you will obtain when you are checking the sine table, you will obtain 0.7050. And we have to take this one into this side. Since we are going to find kt, we have to take this 40 into this side as a multiplication equals kt. Then kt equals the multiplication of these two we have to take. So that is 28.2 meters. Whether you write this 0 or not, that's not a problem. However, it's 28.2 meters. Okay. Okay, after that I told you, once you find some value, you can mark it on the sketch. Then the next question, what is the angle of the elevation? Angle of elevation, which Amal sees the kite. Now, where Amal is here. So what is his angle of elevation? Starting from the ground level, this is the angle of elevation of Amal. He's looking at when he's looking at the kite. So this is what we have to find. Now, this angle is inside this small right angle triangle. So according to that one, now this is the right angle and this is the angle we selected. So according to this angle, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side. So if so, opposite and adjacent means what is the ratio? That is opposite adjacent means that is 10. So since we are going to find KAT, we can write it as 10 KAT equal. 10 KAT equal opposite is 28.2 divided by the adjacent is 30. So when you are dividing by 30, Pute, now this is 30 means 3 times 10. So if you are dividing a number by 10, you can easily shift the decimal once, right? If you shift it to here, it will become 2.82, right? 2.82. Then you can easily divide this one by 3. Okay, that is very easier than dividing this given number by 30. Now, if you divide this one by 3, you will obtain something like this. Then this is 10, right? But we need just K80, not 10. Then we have to take tan inverse of that obtained value. So it will give us K80 equal 43 degrees and 13 minutes. Okay, so angle of elevation of Amal is 43 degrees and 13 minutes. Okay, in that question, the last part, what is the last Roman number 4, last one? With reason, state which of the two Chamar or Amal is standing closer to the tree. Now, we have to find which one is much closer to the tree. Now, according by just looking at the figure, we can't guess who is the closest one. Okay, we have to show it with reasons. This is why this one is the closest one. Okay, so in between the tree and the amal, we know the distance already, but this one we don't know. Okay, normally, yes, using the same method, sine, cos, or tan, you can find that CT distance. But now, put in these questions, normally one part of the question will be given just to think of something and write the answer, like here. Now you can see I have taken the two angles of elevations. Here the angle of elevation of Chamar is 44 degrees something, and the angle of elevation of Amal is, we got it, 43 degrees and something. Here 43 and 13 minutes, right? So by looking at these two angles, we can conclude who is the closest one. Why? Normally, when we are looking at something very closer, we have to look up more than when we are looking at something long distance, right? Now you can see the angle of Chamara is higher than the angle of Amar. So more closer means the angle is high, right? So since the angle of Chamara is higher than this angle, we can tell this Chamara is very closer than this Okay, see, that is what I have written here. Angle of elevation of Chamar is higher than of Amal, therefore Chamar is more closer to the tree. When something is very closer, the angle of elevation that we should have to look at the top of that one is more higher. So that is what we will use in this one. Okay, so that's it for the question 2022.